Hey divas, it's Desiree with DivineBeautyBoard.com, home of the free wigs for veterans and home of the make the insurance and government your number one client, okay? Stop getting frustrated with the public, okay? Stop getting frustrated with the public and make the insurance and government your number one client. So let's get into it. So this week I received some calls and some text messages. Absolutely love the calls. Thank you so much for watching, and not only watching, thank you so much for subscribing. So please make sure you guys subscribe so that you never miss an update and you never miss a discount too. Please make sure you also either text join to our to the phone number that's in the description or subscribe to the website. So again, you're not just getting information about the course, but when you subscribe to the website, you're also going to get healthy hair information. You may even get weight loss information. You may get a travel vlog. You just never know, because we're going to be doing so much, okay? Beauty all the time can get a little boring or annoying, and I'm a multifaceted person, okay, guys? I have been to over 30 countries. I made 30 countries before the age of 30. What else have I done? I know so many things, and especially financial tips. That's definitely what I'm going to start getting into with you guys, financial tips. We're going to get into some recipes. We're just going to have fun with this thing, okay? So I'm super excited about that. Now, I am a little bit under the weather, so I may be a little stopped up, but yeah, bear with me, okay? So what I wanted to talk about today is people have been calling me saying, hey, I took another course, but I keep being led, something keeps leading me to your course, and I'm calling to just get more information, right? So one thing that I do want to say is a couple of points. I'm gonna keep it to 3 or 4. I don't want to make this video too long, but number one, for those of you who have booked an appointment on my website, or maybe you booked a calling for us to speak with each other for about 30 minutes, those of you who have given me a call or sent me a text message, one thing that everyone can say, whether you have worked with me before or not, is that I'm very responsive, right? So I am Johnny on the spot for my business. Now, my mentors is like, Desiree, step back, outsource, get an assistant. And I actually have an assistant, right? But I definitely should probably use her a little bit more. I just love my baby. I love my business. I'm always grateful and thankful for the people who take a course or even sit in my chair. So I am very hands-on in my business. I think that's very important for you who are wanting to take that leap of faith and take this course, is because a lot of people that are calling my phone who has said that they have taken another course before, they cannot get in touch with the person. Like, I couldn't imagine spending money with someone I cannot get in touch with, right? I mean, why, as another company, why would you put in all this work and effort to market your business, get people in, and then ghost them? I would never do that, guys. I would never do that, okay? That's not me. That's not my character. And we lead with integrity around here, okay? So that's number one. I'm always answering the phone. Something that I don't have to do, but I do it for my students just to give them that extra motivation, just that extra hand while they're taking these classes. The class is designed for you to finish within 4 weeks. So in 30 days, I want you to be done with this class, right? And the reason why is because then you need to begin your marketing and putting the information out there and getting people in and making a return on your investment, right? So each week I have a Zoom with my students. So what you don't see on YouTube is, again, every week, a lot of times it's on Tuesdays, because I don't have my son with me on Tuesdays. So that makes it a little bit better for me to give my undivided attention. But there are days where, hey, I'm a mom. Happy belated Mother's Day, right? But I'm a mom just like some of you are a mom. So therefore, hey, I might have my son and he may be on Zoom. He may be on Zoom with me, but we finna get this information across, right? Sometimes my students cannot make the Zoom, so I make it I make myself even more available to them to say, hey, I know you wasn't able to make the Zoom this week. Would you like to schedule a one-on-one so that I can answer any questions that you may have? I pay attention. I'm very attentive. So if I notice everybody else is hopping on a Zoom, and then we have one person who have not made the last 2 Zooms, I'm going to reach out to them. Hey, I noticed you have not hopped on a Zoom. I noticed that I don't know anything about you. You joined the class. I can see whether or not you logged in. Okay, I be on y'all. I can see whether or not you logged in, but I don't know where you're at in the process. Have you finished week 1 action steps? Have you finished week 2 action steps? So if I notice that someone is not interactive, then I'm also going to reach out to them. Now, I don't have to do that, right? I don't have to babysit anyone. But we all need that push. We all go through things, right? So as long as I keep making myself available, I want you to also work with me. So again, that's an additional bonus to the course that just does not have to be there. Most courses is not going to offer an additional virtual Zoom classes with you every single week for your first 30 days. People are not going to do that. I have students that reach out to me a year later. I had a girl who just reached out to me a year later. I took your course. The Zoom was there. You always answered all my questions. I just didn't do what I was supposed to do. And so she reached back out. Hey, can you walk me back through everything? Now remember, once you join the course, you only have 6 months access. Now, my mentor wanted me to drop that to, he said drop it to 3 months. And I was like, no, 3 months is a little bit too fast. Life takes over or whatever, right? But that's also to protect my information, right? Hey, it happens. It's part of the territory. There may be someone, hopefully they're a little bit more creative and don't use my stuff word for word, because I do have lawyers. And there's no smile on my face about that one. So now there goes the smile. But with that being said, right, it is what it is, you know. But with that being said, I want to make sure that you guys are successful is what I'm saying, right? I don't get joy from you guys signing up. I get joy when you reach back out to me and say, I had my first client, I made $3,000. I had my first client, I made $2,800. So shout out to New York, just made $3,300, and shout out to New Orleans, just made $2,800, okay? So my students are profitable and they are paid. And I love this e-course because I get to teach so many people from so many different walks of life, okay? It's to the point now where I hop on a plane, I'm like, you know what? I'm finna hit up so-and-so, see, do she want to have lunch? Do she just want to talk, hang out? Okay, so first point. Y'all know I'm long-winded. First point is, anyone you spend money with, you have to be able to get in touch with them. So you're going to be able to have access to me. We've included Zoom calls into the course. All of my students have my number personally, and you know, we work around each other's schedules to make sure that I'm answering their phone calls. We just had an amazing Zoom, y'all. We just had an amazing Zoom on Thursday where I was able to share with my students my $40,000 month. And man, it's just one of those moments that come around full circle. I remember my first job with a master's degree. I was interning there for a year, so they were already getting my work for free. Then they hired me on. I'm so grateful for them. So grateful for them. But with a master's degree, of course, I didn't have any experience in that field. I just had my intern experience, and I was making $41,000 a year. So it's just been on my heart to say, you know what? I want that yearly salary in a month and in my bank account, okay? And it was just something I had to just push and prove to myself, but I definitely knew that I could do it. So last month ended up being a $45,000 month. Now, with that being a $45,000 month, the next point that I want to get into is that a lot of people say, now, are you making, when they see people teaching courses online, right? They say, now, are you making money from actually doing it, or are you making money from us taking a course? And I think that's a very important question, because a lot of stuff that I'm seeing right now, I just be like, do they not see through the BS? The course is them. People are selling courses to you in telling you to resell the course, which, hey, nothing wrong with that. Whatever somebody's business model is, that's on them. Hey, we also have a digital product course. It's a really good one though. It's a digital marketing course. You can resell it. Link is in my bio. You're more than welcome to take the course. But the crazy thing is, some people, that's their only business, is to get you to buy the course. So with that being said, I'm blessed to say that I stand 100% 10 toes down behind what I am teaching, and I've been doing it for years. A lot of you may know my story. 2016, 2018, I was not profitable. I was researching the same information, putting things together, spending more money, trying to piece all this stuff together and getting nowhere. Giving out wigs just because somebody insurance said that it would cover it, give that person the wig out of my pocket, and then the insurance never did pay for it, denied it for so many reasons. So that's another reason leading into my third tip, or my third bullet point. The fact that you see me still doing it. You see me still posting. You see me saying I'm working with someone who has Aetna. I'm working with someone from the VA hospital. I'm working with somebody with United Healthcare. You see me doing it. So that $45,000 a month, $5,000 came from people taking a course. $40,000 came from cranial prostheses. $40,000 came from cranial prostheses in 1 month. What it took me a year to do with a master's degree, I was able to do it in 1 month. And this is why this course is so precious to me. I always started derailing. I said I wasn't going to do that. But that's one reason why, right? If there's anything that makes me sad in this world, is that people are going to go through life, right? They're going to pass away, not experiencing God in the way that I have experienced him in my life. That makes me so sad. And it's just like, you can see some people and you can just be like, man, if only you trust God and you believe in God, he will do exceedingly and above all things for you, for those who love the Lord. So that's the only thing that I can say, is that I've always believed in myself, and it came at the right time, y'all. I really should have did a separate video about this. But I remember when I was part of a network marketing group. And there were chairman 50s, chairman 25, C25, C50. And I remember being like, wow, $25,000 a month, $50,000 a month. And I remember the doubt, man, these people lying, right? But then I remember a little quote that said, I would rather be rich because I was curious than, dang, how did it go? It was rich because I was curious, then broke because something. But I remember saying, man, I know one thing about it is, I know me and I know myself. Anything I touch is going to turn to gold. So I'm going to go into this and put my all into it. And I did well. I did so well. There were people who joined our Forex training, and there were people who came in, didn't recruit a soul, and was able to make 6 figures, right? But I say all that to say, there's just some opportunities where you have to jump at, right? It's a situation where the more and more I'm learning about financial tips is, the average American, if they have a $400 car emergency right now, they cannot afford it. The average American don't have $1,000 in their bank account. The average American is on the verge of homelessness if they miss one paycheck. And this is facts, not fiction. So my course that I have is my baby, and it makes me so passionate about it, is because I've seen people come into here. I don't know if it's your last, and I don't want to know, right? I don't want that kind of pressure on me, because at the end of the day, you have to come in here and apply the knowledge. You have to get off your tail and go market to these different places that I'm telling you to market to. You have to show up for yourself on your business, just like I'm showing up. I tell my students, don't let me outwork you. Do not let me outwork you. But the amazing thing about me is that success breeds success. So I know that if I had a $40,000 month last month, I know that there's one of my students going to be right behind me. But while we're talking about God, and I will make this a separate video one day, but while we're talking about God there's so many prayers that I pray, right? Back when I was in that company and I was seeing, because you have to see your vision. You have to see people that are doing better than you. If you're doing better than everybody in your circle, it's time for you to get a new circle, because there's nobody challenging you or pushing you to grow. So when I was around so many people making $25,000 a month, $50,000 a month, I knew that if God allowed me to see it, if I can see it, I can hold it in my hand, because God gave me dominion on this earth, on this ground. Humans, we his favorite creatures. Okay? We are his favorite creatures. Why wouldn't he bless us? Why would he allow us to see? Why would he allow you to watch this YouTube if you couldn't also make $40,000 a month? Like, there's a time when I didn't, and April went by so fast that I didn't even know what was going on until one day I said, man, I've been having so many orders come in. How much have I made so far? And I remember at that moment I was at 30,000 and I was like, whoa. And I had to sit there and I was like, 30,000, let's push, because I've always said I wanted to make that 41,000 that I had when I first, because I ain't gonna lie, I felt like that was disrespectful. I got a master's degree, y'all gonna pay me $41,000 a year? What? And y'all know after taxes and 401k and your medical and all that kind of stuff like that, it ain't even 41, it's like half of that. So I definitely was trying to get that. But one of the biggest thing that I had to learn, see, when you're in network marketing, people have some, crazy things to say about it. Obviously, it probably didn't work for them, so they got a bad taste in their mouth, whatever. Network marketing still has the #1 top millionaires in any category, okay? But anywho, so one thing that I did learn from network marketing is that whatever monetary goal that you want to hit, whether it's $5,000 a month, whether it's just an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $10,000 a month, right? You have to ask God to show you who you need to be in order to get to that, whatever that monetary goal it is, right? Even if you want to be a wife, how do I need to show up in the world in order to be a wife? If I want to be a good mother, what are some things that I need to do to be a good mother? If I want to be a 6-figure business owner, what does that look like? What does that person wear? How is that person hair, their makeup? How do they speak? What events are they at? Who they know? What their social media look like? You know what I mean? So there's something in you that has to change in order for God to push you to the next level, right? With the next level, there's going to be new devils as well. So these are things that you have to do, because it starts in the spiritual realm before it comes into the physical realm, okay? So I said I was not going to derail, but I just don't know who that message was for. It's like we have to, anytime I feel any kind of envy is coming across me, I pray it off me and I just say, Lord, show me the things that you show her. Show me the things that you show him in his business or in his family, so that I can duplicate the same thing, guys. Baby, I got nuggets. I got bars, okay? Because there is nothing wrong with copying as long as you're copying the right cat. The power of duplication. And that's really my next point that I can get into, a system. When students take my course, and this is why it's important that if you took another course, but it still led you here, you need to duplicate, right? So if you took another course and you have not been profitable and something is leading you here to me, it's because I have a system that maybe you did not get in that course. It is okay to take more than one course. Y'all, if I can tell you how many permanent makeup, I have spent over $10,000, probably over $15,000 just on learning permanent makeup, because one person's technique may not be the same as this other person's technique. The industry is also revolving and revolving and revolving, okay? So think of it as continuing education. That's all you're doing. I don't care who course you just took. Thank you for sharing with me so I can know so I can know how we can take the information that you use with that you got from that person and actually make you profitable. So when you come into our medical wig course, you're going to learn how to develop a system. I could not have done that $40,000 month alone. I could not have done it alone. The funny thing is, I don't prep my wigs anymore. I'm not plucking. I'm not on the sewing machine. I'm not doing anything. I have medical wig vendors that you're also going to have medical wig vendors. Furthermore, what else? Then I have a stylist who's going to do that plucking. I don't even have to put the wig on anyone. My stylist went on maternity leave, right? So now I'm back, now I'm back in the field, but I still have someone else that's plucking and curling and bleaching and dyeing and doing all that stuff for me. When I show up to my client's home, or when my clients come here, or when I ship it, all they're doing is literally sitting that wig on their head. So I was able to sit back and be like, man, $40,000, I don't feel tired, because I've literally came into this industry and made a system. Last year when I made $150,000 in a year, I was tired because I did all of that by myself. No, we've added a system, and anything that I learned, I go and add it to my curriculum, to my e-course. The cool thing that I've also done, I told you I lead with integrity, right? So there were a bunch of people that I taught this course face-to-face to, and that's how we developed it into an e-course, because I said, trying to learn this information in 1 or 2 days, that's just not enough. When I built the e-course, all 50 of those students, I gave them access to my e-course again. I did not have to do that. I could have charged a refresher. There's so many people asking me to, can I pay you for a refresher? At this moment in my life, I'm saying no. Just give me a call and let me know what you're stuck on, and I'm going to help you with it. Like, let's go. We can run another 30 days back with each other. It's nothing, because I lead with integrity. I'm all over the place as always. But yeah, so first point was, whoever you spend money with, you should be able to get in touch with them. I provide support to you guys. You're going to always be able to get in touch with me the first 30 days of your course. You already have week 1 action steps, week 2 action steps, 3, 4 action steps, but I also do a Zoom and make myself available to you. The second tip I talked about, I honestly can't remember how I worded it. But I want this video to be authentic, so I'm not gonna erase it and start all over again. But I know I talked a lot about God. So coming in and having that faith, having that win mentality. Me and my students, we get up every day looking for the win. The win could be, man, I was able to get in touch with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Sometimes you can be on the phone with them for almost an hour and you still stuck at the recording. So I want you to get in and develop your belief system, your wins. We talk about different YouTubes or different books that you can read to grow your belief system. Some of you guys are already losing in your mind, and that's not good. Okay, you have to believe that you can have a $40,000 month, and you have to actually do the work behind it. We did talk about, so we did talk about continuing education. Definitely look at it. If you are someone who took another course, but you wasn't fed in that course, you're not profitable, you don't know where to start, where to go, and you come here, don't look at it as, oh my God, I'm spending so much money. At the end of the day, it's continuing education. As you know, some of you know, I'm a licensed clinical social worker. And guess what the state of Texas makes me do every 2 years? They make me pay. So I have to pay. And in order to keep my license, sorry, y'all, somebody called. But in order for me to keep my license active, what do I have to do? I have to pay someone who has a continuing education course and do about 30 hours of this, pay, and then pay the state board. So pay them, then pay the state board in order for me to keep my license active. Think of it like that, guys. It's continuing educations. I would be lying to you if I said that I took one course and never had to take another course again. No, it just doesn't work like that. Everyone's technique is not the same. Everybody's system is not the same. It's not. Now, I am blessed to say I have not heard any of my students going to anybody else's course and paying them to take take a course. And that's because I made sure that I didn't want to just be another person online with a course. I wanted to make sure that even me, the other day, I was working with United Healthcare and they were asking me about some coding and they kept saying, no, not that code. Do you have any other code? I'm like, what are they talking about? So I went into my course and I was like, oh, okay, yes, let me give you a secondary code, right? And those are some things that we teach in the course. So make sure that when you take this course, you are good to go. And then if you don't understand something, you can give me a call. You can text me. We can hop on Zoom so that you're successful. What else with the continuing education? Mentorship. So like I talked a lot about systems. System stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. So you're going to come in here, you're going to learn our system, and then you're going to implement it so that way you are successful. So again, if you have taken another medical wig course, congratulations for investing in you. But now let's take it a step further, right? Obviously, something led you over here, and you are now needing a system. You're needing to be profitable. You needing to know my marketing tips and my marketing strategies. And I don't hold anything back from you guys. I have no reason. I just made $40,000 in a month. If God allowed me to do it one time, He allowed me to do it multiple times. So I don't need to gatekeep or hold anything from y'all because I don't get blessed that way, right? When I was doing that, I was not profitable at all. My business was stuck at $34,000 a year. So I was making $41,000 from my job and I was making $34,000 a year from my business. Again, I was not profitable, right? I just was not profitable that way. Some people's like, well, that's $70,000. No, taxes, supplies, inventory. My system is so cold, y'all. I tell y'all how y'all can do this without. I made $40,000 without an inventory. Okay, but that's a video for another day. But yeah, so that's the only thing that I can tell you guys. Keep investing in yourself. With my course, you're going to get mentorship, you're going to get support, you're going to get my system. And then again, I don't just teach you how to accept insurance and veteran benefits. I also go a step further and I am showing you guys what a cranial prosthesis is, what a cranial prosthesis is, what adhesives to use. If somebody say they don't want adhesives, what spray to use to still kind of give them a glueless fit. All of these things are things that you need to be successful in this business. My students already know I don't want no one making a wig on a sewing machine and then turn around and charging the insurance company $3,000 or turning around and charging the VA $3,000. That is not a medical wig. And you wouldn't charge the public $3,000 for that sewing machine wig. You would have charged $500 or $600. Again, I can't tell anybody what to do in their business, but the power of duplication. If I'm being honest and I'm walking by faith, not by sight, and I'm leading with integrity, then I need my students to lead with integrity too, because you never know when I'm going to reach out to you with a government contract. I just sent a government contract to 2 of my Louisiana students. They're looking for barber services and barber supplies. So that's another thing too. The course don't teach you just about how to work with the VA hospital. The course teach you how to work with all government agency. Anyone who is looking for someone to supply anything, you can do that. The VA, the prisons, the Homeland Security, they need envelopes. They need tape. They need hair services. They need massages. Remember, we have a massage course too. So there's so much that is packed in this course that really could be so much more. Wigs, period. My medical wig vendor. My adhesives that I use. What is a cranial prosthesis? How to order with what vendor. That's $1,000 class by itself. There are medical wig classes out there that is there's non-surgical hair replacement classes out there that charges you $1,000 and they don't teach you how to accept insurance and veteran benefits. So I teach you that, plus how to accept insurance and veteran benefits, plus government contracting. And I'm also thinking about removing that government contracting piece out and just keeping the how to accept insurance and how to work directly with the VA hospital, because it's just too much packed in this course for that one price. But again, God has not told me to remove it yet. So you still have access to it. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded, and I'll never look down on you unless I am giving you a hand to lift you up. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for the calls. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, our website, as well as text join in the description so that you can stay up to date, especially with the discounts and everything that we are doing at Divine Beauty Boy. So thank you, divas. I'll see you at the top.